we know very well that going into any contest, definitely the vetting is the
most significant aspect, because you need to cross it.
Yeah, that's where they have to scrutinize your document, authenticate whether you are really a member of the NPP. They will look at whether you are of good standing. They will check your records, financial status, and all that. So all these aspirants had to go through this vigorous process across the country, and this exercise was actually conducted in 137 of the constituencies that they have the sitting MPs going into this election. So
how come that we still have some disqualified? I guess that's the question on the minds of people. Was it generally, and you look at the case there, 3 to 6, right?
Okay, so let me just run you through.
Exactly the figures that we're seeing.
About 400 of them picked the forms generally to contest the elections. So out of the 400,
and we need to put this in context. 137.
So I'll just give it a breakdown.
So more than 100%.
Exactly. So 400 of these aspirants picked the forms to contest the elections, and then out of the 400, 373 actually returned their nomination form. So when you pick the form, you're supposed to go and file. So 400 picked, 373 returned their forms. And out of the 373, that's where we have the summary of the breakdown after the vetting that concluded on Friday. So the disqualified aspirants are 11 of them, qualified are 326. We have 2 cases have been referred to the National Executive Committee for further action. 2 have actually voluntarily stepped down not to contest the elections. Unopposed are 29. 1 person brought a form that was incomplete, so automatically have been disqualified. And then no appearance at all is, there were 2 of them. So that brings us to a total of 373. So these 373 are now going into the election. You know, the publishing of the notice of polls will be coming shortly. But that will be after the vetting committee presents its report to the National Executive Committee
after the 10 hours window that they have now. So what exactly are they expected to do within this 10-hour period? So
this 10-hour period, if you are a disqualified aspirant and you have some grievances, even if you're a party member who has an interest in the ongoing elections, what you need to do is to petition the appeals committee of the party. Then they can
This is supposed to be at the national level?
Yes, so they have it at the national level that you can file your complaints for them to look into it. So if say Blizzard is contesting, why is he not competent?
Which I'm not doing, by the way. Let's set the records right.
Mbura is contesting.
Yes, Mbura,
exactly.
Yes,
so
maybe.
We just want to.
It's all possible.
Exactly, because right now, you know, this election is very critical. At the time that the NPP says we want to break the 8, which is historic, they need to send people who can actually win those votes for them, and taking into consideration that these are seats that are more than less safe seats for the NPP. So you need people who are really competent to go and then represent the party after passing through
we need to point out that this is a significant number that's been passed, over 90% pass in terms of the number of individuals going into the contest itself. I guess it's a signal to say the party does not want to risk division, acrimony, or perhaps any sort of complaints at the grassroots.
Yes, you know, there were isolated cases. Example, Bimbila, we had issues in other constituencies as well. Their concerns were that there were Machiavellian tactics to remove them through rough tactics. And then that was even the defense minister's constituency. But these issues were resolved and all that. So they are treading cautiously so that they wouldn't create any acrimony within the party getting into the 2024 general election. We know very well that this is actually the last leg or the last stage of the reorganization process of the NPP towards the 2024 election, because they have their what they call it, the flag bearer that has been elected.
They have aspirants in the non-traditional seat.
Exactly. So after the Orphans constituency that they actually conducted this election. So what they are now going to do is that they have to intensify their gains ahead of the 2024 election. I mean, waiting for the running mate to be announced by the party, who is being led by Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia now.